So our capacity to pump has been reduced down to the one pump. The level has risen at least a half meter, and it's going to rise more. So it's going to rise more than I expected it to do. The problem with predicting exactly how much it rises depends on the islands, it depends on the width of the river. It's different for every place. Now, quick look at the dams. The Bloemhof Dam is dropping, Van der Kloof is dropping, all the dams are dropping. The flow from Bloemhof is still over 2000 cubic, but Van der Kloof has dropped down now to just under, I think, 1500 cubic. So we're looking at, let's say, 3500 cubic. So that's still a lot, that's still more than what's currently here. And if you look at, say, 5-6 days from the dams to us, that means we're going to be at least at this level for another week. Uppington, quickly about the Grabies. Uppington is now at 3,500, 3,600. By tomorrow I think it'll have reached, the peak will have reached it. So Uppington will be at 3,800. The Grabies, I've heard some rumors about the Grabies being closed for visitors. I'm unsure about it. I gave them a call, tried to find out, and I got no answer. I tried a lot of times, different numbers, I could get no answer, so I don't know. I looked on the SunParks forum, and there was a reply today by a visitor that the park is indeed open. So I can't really tell you, but it looks like it is actually open. But from pictures that I've seen is that most of the viewing points, walkways near the falls has got water over it, so that's closed off, so you can view it from the top viewing point. As you can see, the water's pushed up a lot since yesterday. I will see if I have the river has since dropped quite a bit. You can see that it is now. I showed the pump at the dam. One pump is down, one is running. This one is running. We cleared away the debris. This pump station, I'm going to show you where the pump is actually in relation to the water. This door gives you a good indication. So to reach the pump in there, you go down here. And below water level, you can see water seeping in through the steps. And down some more. The camera better. So I showed you outside where the door is. The door is about, let's work, that pipe length is 3 meters, 6 meters, 1.5, so 4.5 meters. So we are standing where I'm standing. We are 4.5 meters underwater right now. The river is here. But this pump now is useless to us. The pipe goes through the wall. It goes out about 2-3 meters, and then it starts to drop down another 4 meters or so down into the down right to the bed of the river bed. And what happens is, with this kind of flow, the river washes sand over the pump. I think the question, the number one question, the one that I get most of all in the comments is, wouldn't it be easier with a drone? Yes, it would be easier with a drone. Now what I mean when I show the water, the river in front of the pump house, I'm showing you that part of water, and that's when I'm saying that's only a small part of the river. There's a lot of river on the other side of that island. One of the comments was asking about salting up of the river. Dams salt up because water slows down. when water runs, the faster the water runs, the bigger particles it can pick up. First it'll pick up silt, and then if it's fast enough it'll start to pick up sand, and even faster it will pick up pebbles and rocks, and sometimes you can hear boulders running along the river, especially the dry runs when there's a flash flood. When water slows down, it starts to deposit those particles. First it will deposit the biggest, coarsest, the heaviest particles, and then as it slows down further and further and further, it will deposit the rest of the particles. So when you have rivers running off of mountains, you most often have bare, smooth, polished rock. As the river picks up everything, carries it away, and the sand and whatever it carries over those rocks polishes the rocks. When you get a still area, you will first find sand, and then later on in the still area you find silt. Now a river running like this carved its way through the mountains, and it carved for itself a valley, so it's always carving in deeper. It's not going to silt up unless you change something about the river or something changes about where the river runs out. So it's always going to carve deeper, it's not going to deposit. Then something that I found very interesting was I did a trip through the Namib with some guides a year ago. I made a nice series of videos about that trip. It was in one of the videos, and I'm going to put a link up here. There, that's a link to that video where a guide discusses how the Namib was formed. And how the Namib Desert got formed is because of the sand that the river washes down to the ocean. Then you have the dominant current moving from south to north along the coast, which washes the sand up against the coast, and then you have a dominant onshore wind which blows the sand up onto the shore. And what he told us is that the Namib is growing, and it's about 1 meter a year, they say, something like that. But if you watch the video up there, he tells the story in the middle of that video. I recorded it over the radio as he was telling it us, explaining to us how everything formed, the dunes and everything. Lots of other questions. I can't seem to remember any of them now. This is my time to relax after a day's work. As I think of them, I'll put them in answer them in more videos. Upstream from us, the river absolutely fills the valley from the one mountainside to the other mountainside. Something that I might show you here, if I have it on hand, is before the dams were built, this river often dried up completely during the dry season. And in this satellite image from, I think it was 1961, you can see a few pools of water. That picture shows this area. It shows where the pump is, and it shows a few pools of water remaining. But the rest of the river is completely dried up, no flow. So, anyways, that's it for this video. I'll see you on the next one. Cheers. I just had to come higher. I mean, I was already halfway up, might as well. See you on the next one. Cheers.